Good morning, good morning. Thank you, Lord, for new day to trade, not financial advice, educational purposes only. I'm trying out something new today, so let's see. Looking at the PRs now as they come in. CANF might push phase 2 news. I'm trying desktop for the first time, so I might be a little slow today. CANF. It's not really doing anything right now. Yeah, finally is right, but I feel like I'm lost. Jeez. Keep like going to grab my phone. Anyways, is anything pushing right now? I'm actually going to start the session on my phone, then I'm going to switch over. Anything new pumping? I played NTCL from before the live stream, 70 cents down to like the low 50s. Nice little play, but haven't played anything since. So is none of these pumping? Because there's some decent PRs that came out at 7. Yeah, and I think I will be fine too. I think the problem is I couldn't download TradeZero Pro. They said there was like a virus. My laptop said there's a virus in the download, so I'm on TZ1. Greenlane, this is a trash company, Greenlane Holding. It's a cannabis accessory company. Very familiar with it. Was there cannabis news? I might try it here at 205 though, but sometimes it does have a small float. Oh, it's 30 million. I'll play this thing. Are y'all seeing the same thing? I got a level drawn at 205. I might try it there. But now that it blew past it, I might wait. Let's see what it does here. Is it going to just... Still pushing, so I'm going to wait. Let me make sure that floats right. That seems high for this ticker. GNLN. No, 1.5. So I'm glad I didn't get it. Well, it might respond to that level though, but I might sit this one out for a second since the float's so small. Well, I was sharing this with the Discord. I'm actually surprisingly on my short positions this year. I am red in pre-market. I have been killing it intraday. TWG. So that's the downside of a front side trader in a market that's picking up. Very green regular session, but I am slightly red pre-market, so I'll be sizing down and being picky with these low floats, but nice little flush here. Wow, beauty, beauty, beauty. Oh, y'all can hear my cat? Yeah, he's losing his mind because I haven't fed him this morning. That's his mom's job, though. He doesn't eat if I feed him. He looks at me like I did something wrong, so. Cats. Cats, bro. Yeah, she gets off at 7, so she'll be home soon. It's hilarious, y'all can hear him. Alright, so like I said, if y'all are just hopping on, I'm trying to trade desktop for the first time, and I'm gonna do it on live stream. That makes a lot of sense, right? So if I'm slow or clunky, That is why. Until I get used to this. Trade Ideas and AskEdgar said the float was 30 million, but it moved more like a 1 million float, like Finviz said. CYN's pushing a little bit. But like I was saying, the only play I've traded today was NTCL, and these are a lot of the plays I'm gonna be more interested in pre-market. I'm still gonna play the front initial pop, but I like these defined risk areas whenever market's hot. So I played the retest, got in at 70 cents because I know where to get out, because if it breaks above that, it's bullish. So again, I'm gonna keep playing front side, but I am going to be a little more particular because the stats are saying I haven't been doing very good in pre-market. Thank God I've been killing it regular session though. And I think that's why I've been killing it regular session. I go into it pissed off because I'm red on pre-market. This might not be a bad level right here where this is at. It's on the bottom side of this where it wicked down previously, as you can see on the daily. And there's a pivot level here. What's the float on CYN? It just doesn't look very liquid right now. Oh, 8 million float. And another thing I'm noticing, I have a little market recap, or market, what did I call it in Discord, where I started posting daily. I'm basically pulling info from AskEdgar, but market radar. But basically, it seems like the low floats is what's like obviously they're moving, but they're moving more based on the float than the PRs themselves. So I'm gonna be super cautious with these low floats. And potentially take longs on some of them. I might take a long this week. But that level was pretty good, 249. This one's just not very liquid, so I'm not messing with it, but it did fail there. And we're getting a little flush. Well, I've skipped these two plays, but they both have flushed nicely. I'll find me a play here. But again, I am going to be a little bit more picky because when data, I try not to ignore when data is pretty blatantly telling me a story. So. And I hit that NTCL trade and made almost 400 on it this morning, so I don't want to give that back. That's what I've been doing in pre-market, just giving it all back.
TWG.
TWG still going. TWG. That was a nice flush off the 200 earlier. If it gets back up there, well, this is a tiny Chinese low float, so I don't know if I'll play this one. Maybe. What's the locates look like on this thing? I'm gonna have a hard time turning down a 200 daily. So I got in a little position, but I'm gonna be quick to cut if I need to. Oh, never mind. I didn't get in a position, lying to y'all, and now it's flushing too. There's no shares available. I pressed locate and assumed I got them and then shorted it at 8, but never mind. I'm not in it. No locates available. Let's see if this is a good decision. If it flush, I'm gonna be upset, but yeah, no locates. Dang, I thought I was in that thing too. That's kind of the downside with mobile. Any of y'all that have TZ mobile, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. You got to assume a lot of times. And that's why I'm looking forward to trying to transition to desktop. I think it'll give me more of an edge. But I'm still going to be a mobile trader. But for these live streams, I'm staring at a computer. Why not, might as well just start trading that way too. No, I am on the phone. I am on my phone right now, Alex. Yeah. Because TZ1, when I tried to do for NTCL, when I tried to do the hotkeys, it wasn't working like I was expecting it to. So I'm going to test that probably when I'm not on camera or not doing a live stream. Maybe after the session, because something's not working. Or it's not auto sending, it's just sending it to the order screen. I want it to like full send. But the reason I said it'd be clunky because I'm probably gonna play around with it in the background while we're doing it. But anyways, TWG looking like it's struggling at the 200, but with shorts being unable to get into it right now due to locates, it could push. Someone said to turn off confirmation. You have to have the auto send turned. Yeah, I have the auto send turned on, but I don't know about the turn off confirmation. Okay, I'll look at that here. Will do, Denny Burns, will do. I was complaining to him about VWAP on TZ1 too. Like, what's up with that? How do you have all these indicators, but VWAP is going to be not working? Not in any plays right now. Still only traded NTCL on the morning. My all set is like 3 cents or something for my initial entries, and for my covers and to sell my buys it's like 5 cents. Yeah, shorting it's on the bid, the offset, and vice versa when I close, and buying is on the ask, and when I close it's on the bid. Because I want to make sure, if I'm using hotkeys, I want to get in fast and out fast. So I do have an offset. I don't mind a little slippage if I need to get in or out quick. That's the point of hotkeys. If I have time to set levels, I'm not going to be using the hotkeys. But yeah, I got a little Stream Deck thing. Hopefully it works. But anyways, TWG is still struggling here. If you're a trade the pool kind of person or don't have to pay locates, you can play it. But the rest of us, I think we're out of it. But anyways, what else is moving? This is so. I don't like TradeZero. You can't be logged into 2 platforms at once either, so I got to get used to this. But yeah, I think the last time y'all saw me was Thursday, and I got rocked Thursday. I ended up having a good bounce back day that day. But again, going back to what I was saying, I've been getting rocked in pre-market and having to recover regular session. IVF. So this thing Has been pumping since Friday afterwards. It looks like it's kind of getting stuck under VWAP a little here, but I don't trust it just yet. But I might keep my eye on it. If I can confirm like a downtrend, I might look for an entry here. Yeah, no, I've heard amazing feedback about TradeZero Pro. I I don't know if you heard me say this in the beginning. When I tried to download it yesterday, like it, I tried it on Chrome, I tried it on whatever the Microsoft browser, and both times it was like there's a virus in this. Like we're not downloading it. It wouldn't even let me override it. So I contacted TradeZero and let them know. They said it was a common problem. You need to turn off the antivirus and download it. Well, I figured I could do that, but the problem is I didn't know if it was legit because again, TradeZero, like bigger companies than TradeZero's has gotten hacked or viruses or whatever. So I was playing it safe, but they said the same thing. Just turn off your antivirus. So I'll do that at some point. But y'all know I got hacked like a couple weeks ago, and now I just got this new laptop, so I'm playing it safe, just like I am in pre-market today. So I didn't assume that it was safe. Anyways, we'll find out some plays here. There's already been a few good opportunities. I just haven't caught, well, I caught one, but like I said, that was before live stream started. And I'll be looking for some more plays here, but I'm gonna be filling out the market a lot today, especially since look what Green Lane ended up doing. So we're still getting some good solid fades, but there probably will be a ticker that takes off today. The goal is to not be in that one. That's kind of been the trend lately. I'm not talking, Alex. I'm still just again in the background, just trying to configure everything. Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. But yeah, just waiting to see if anything pops up. I really am tempted with IVF at some point. I like when they get kind of trapped under VWAP like this, And oh my gosh, if I would have pulled up the daily, I would have already entered. Look at this. This is where all the congestion is. You know, y'all know I love congested areas. And what I mean by this is, see how this is basically like a line up or a diagonal, just straight direction. And then there's like chaos right here where it's like wick down, move. Not saying it's going to fail here, but I would have taken that VWAP right there, that VWAP test right there. I know this one has some red flags too, but if we get a lot of PRs that pump today, there is a chance we move on from IVF, but there's also a chance it could be like, what was it, VERO that pumped after hours and then continue to push. But again, it's a risk versus reward play. I would probably get in at like 385, 384. And then if it gets back over 419, 416, whatever this candle is, that's telling me that it's no longer in that downtrend. So I would just stop out. But what could happen is we start trending down, but I might look for an entry here, a small one though, small one, just because, you know, we just got VERO that had a similar format, but if it pushes up a little, I might be interested. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for a position with IVF here soon. And I might force one if it doesn't get back to VWAP, but let's see. And this one's gonna probably just be like set a stop limit in the background if it gets above like 420 or something, 419, 418, if I do decide to play it. CRVS. What's it?
TWG.
CRVS. It does look a little toppy. Phase 1 news too. That's it. What is the float on this one? CRVS. Oh, it's a big boy. 900 million market cap, 66 million float. I'm just not too good with these, but kill it, Denny Burns. I'm not, like I said, I'm not probably gonna trade this one because of the market cap. But nice little, I mean, I like how it's trading though. Push up, clear level back to clear push to VWAP before the next leg up. So it's probably going to keep fading here, but I'll probably pass on this one. And I got a little position on IVF, just a small one. And I'm gonna set a stop at for like 420 or something. And just have it in the background so it just doesn't run against me. TWG might push here, especially with its float.
TWG.
If it breaks 10, it could run. Is this my long? No, I'm not gonna play it, but I would not be surprised if this one runs. Oh, it's about to run, I think. Oh, yeah, yeah. I didn't know that he was all over it, but I don't blame him. I think this one could push. Thanks for the heads up, though. $300K flow. Yeah, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not dare shorting this one. This thing's about to run. I think it's about to put. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, it's tempting, but I'm not going to, because I could see this thing taking off. Well, I'm avoiding it for now. I'm probably not gonna go long on it, but I am definitely avoiding it. New PRs will be coming out in 3 minutes. Like I said, there's been a few decent little fades today, but I'm gonna do a lot of filling out today. I got a new desktop I'm trying to slowly transition to, and data's told me I haven't been doing very well pre-market, so only one play today, and it was right before the live stream started in TCL. It was a really good one though, but nothing since then. What did TWG do? I still wouldn't be surprised if it bounces here. But it is 7:30, so it might get some attention, or 1 minute from 7:30, it might get some attention stolen from it. Let's see. BTTC. That was a nice 200 play from before 7. Well, there's TWG go. $7.30. Let's see what kind of PRs we got. Not much. Not much at all. So all eyes on TWG then. Yeah, I don't really care for BTTC too much. I'm tempted to take a long on TWG. Y'all see any other strong PRs coming out? I'm in it. Let's go for a ride. SDST. Keep an eye on TWG though. SDST. Ooh. It's already flushing.
SDST.
Okay, I'm doing some research in the background, guys. I am struggling with this transition, but anyways, this $5 level is always, you know, gets me a little bit interested. SDST, what was the news? Yeah, I don't know if I like this. I'm gonna just watch this one too. Still in TWG, I would love to see it just break it right here. Here we go. Let's see if it does. I already trimmed a little at 11 for my long position, but I hope some of y'all call STST. It sure pushed all the way up to 550, and then now it's stuck under VWAP. Let's see what it does. The reason I'm a little cautious with this one is just because the lithium refinery, with the whole everything that the U.S. is doing with Venezuela and all the other stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like this one pushes a little bit too. But what is it? Air permit news for construction and commissioning. Get back up to 5, I might play it.
SDST.
Here we go. This is why I was a little nervous with it, but that was probably a good entry on the retest. Just wait and see what it's doing. All right, got me a little start. Yeah, got me a little starter. But don't love it. I like the float's not too small though, but I'm in it. Let's see if we drop. Nope. So I'm glad I was small, but I'm not bailing yet because it couldn't hold. Back in the money. We'll basically break even, but I don't like that it broke like that. But let's see if it holds. Hey, how do you find shares to sell so quickly? I've been talking about this one for 5 minutes. It feels like I feel like I've been slow to get in this one. Yeah, I don't know. I'll answer in just a second. I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. No, all good, all good. I'll explain my process here in a second. But yeah, sometimes I am pretty quick, but with this one, I've been going back and forth and back and forth on it, so I've had a little bit of time. Um, I'm in the money, only like $100, so I'm gonna let it fall a little bit more. See if it. Yeah, there we go. I might start trimming some here. So I trimmed out of some of my position, but I'm still holding some. But caught a decent little move on it. I'm gonna change it to the 1 minute. I got a good entry on it. Oh, there we go. Now we're dropping below 5. Let's see if we bounce at the 9. I've trimmed out of most of my position at this point. By the way, my IVF position has slowly been fading. When I got into, well, not if the P&L makes it look like it's even better, but it hasn't been fading that much. So I got in close to VWAP up here at like 370 something. So I'm just letting this one unwind slowly behind the scenes. Are we about to bounce here? I'm only in 200 shares now. I've already trimmed out of most of my position, so I might just close the rest here because it'll probably bounce. And there it did. Now the decision is, do I re-enter? I might just, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. 'Cause again, I'm gonna be a little cautious today. I haven't been trading pre-market as good as I have been lately. Okay, now that I can look at what y'all were saying. CRVS falling off. Did it end up dying? CRVS. It did. Good call. Good call. How do you find shares to sell so quickly? Yeah, again, I feel like I'm pretty slow, honestly. So with the mobile, that's just the first thing I do. If I'm interested in a stock, I'm grabbing locates. And sometimes I don't even use them, which might sound wasteful, but the reason I do that is because the locates are supply and demand. So if you get in early, you can get them super cheap. If you wait, sometimes you can you can pay 2x, 3x, 10x, what they originally were. So I think it pays for itself. I'm not entering this retest. I'm gonna let it see if it pushes a little more first. Maybe get a little extended up to like 6 or something, and then might consider it, because it's following the trend on the 1 minute pretty good. I'm not too concerned with this float size, with it like hitting 6 and going to 7. I think what's going to happen is it might keep pushing, but it's going to be, maybe a push to 6, come back to VWAP. Could be wrong though. Let's see. You just auto locate now. I mean, I just manually, I have it set on 1,000, so all I have to do is just slap locate on mobile, and then how many thousand I want, you know what I mean? He's just gunslinging when it comes to mobile trading. I'm honestly, I do kill it mobile, but there are times where I'm just like, it lags and it's tough, so. There you go. Y'all said it for me. Yeah, it's usually, I start with 1,000. I always just grab 1,000, no matter what the price is. And then I just add or whatever from there. I mean, if it's a $10, $15 stock, I might knock it down to like 500 shares, 300 shares, whatever. But most of the time, if it's from $1 to like $8, $9, I'm usually grabbing 1,000 right off the bat. And then obviously if it's $1, I'll, sometimes edit it to get 2,000 or 3,000 shares, or 4 or 5 or whatever. I trade based on conviction, so it's really hard to explain that. I locate and enter, like this one I was not too sure about it, so I only entered 500 shares on it and caught that move down, so I didn't make a killing on this one. But again, today's going to be a lot of filling the market out, because I would not be surprised if we see a nasty runner today. Almost every day last week, or I think every day last week, we had something go a couple 100%, if not more. And I do not want to get stuck in that one. DRCT. Tiny float too. Jeez. What's the news on this one? I'm not shorting it. The float's too small.
DRCT.
This one had a recent reverse split, I think. Yeah, it had a reverse split. And they've kind of been hot lately after they've been. I'm not seeing any news, so it'll probably flush here. But again, that float's tiny. And I'll play. Ooh, look where we're at. So see this wick down? It could flush right off this. But again, I'm gonna be cautious. But these no news reverse split pumps, they're nice pumps, but they usually flush. And again, guys, I got a DM in my Discord, and hopefully you're not on, and I'm not gonna say names, but somebody was like, send me a message about how I kind of trade a little reckless, and newbies would have trouble learning from me because of me jumping in like nano floats and this and that. So long story short, guys, like last year I got like a 1200 1300% return on my 25k account. Like, you don't do that unless you are a little aggressive. And so I want to be very clear on these live streams. I think all newbies should avoid nano floats, but that doesn't mean that I might not occasionally trade them. So I want to put that out there. You're going to hear me give more disclaimers because I don't like when newbies feel like I'm guiding them off a cliff. So just be aware of that. But DRCT, I'm still not in it. Still not in it. But I probably won't be in it. But just wanted to say that just in case all of a sudden I see something I love and I jump in. That doesn't, like right here. If it gets to 283-ish, I might get in. You know what I mean? Because that's that looks like a decent little, it's wicked down twice. So I just want to be clear about that. I do take risk. I do enter some stocks I shouldn't enter sometimes. Whenever it doesn't work, you know, you get blasted for it. But the 9 times it does work, you know, nobody says anything. So just wanted to put that out there. SDST. Yeah, I was holding some runners on SDST. Only 100, but it's nice when you can make 110 bucks off of 100 shares. So I'm gonna close it now. Money rotation for the win. Dang, that was a nasty fade. God, I wish I was holding more. But this is another thing to focus on. You know, the money rotation, money going from one play to the next. That's the real cheat code when it comes to the short selling pre-market. Man, that's wild. Let's go. Thank you, Lord, for that win. I'm just keeping my eyes on DRCT. Like I told y'all, I got 1,000 shares of IBF at like let me tell you the truth. Where did I get in at? 372. So doing pretty good on this one. Up about 400 bucks, but I'm just going to let it just see if it keeps unwinding, because it's going to get attention stolen from it. Could it recover? Absolutely, but I hope we get another runner and people just kind of forget about this one. But I would like to see it break whatever level I just drew, about 330. I want to see it break a new low here soon, and then that'll give me more confidence. I love these like low-key plays in the background. They're not very stressful. Anybody else catch SDST? Let me see it. I got rocked last week. Bro, I've been getting rocked in pre-market too. I've been trading like a lunatic regular session. If y'all, I'm like 2 different people off of these live streams. Let's go, golden pin. I'm like 500 shares, 1,000 shares on live stream, and then like regular session when I'm mad, I'm like slapping 5K shares. Yeah, a lot of people touched the stove last week, yeah. DRCT, this is kind of what I was talking about. I was scared to get in though because this float is like abnormally tiny. But if these no news, just a little education, these no news reverse splits have been pumping, but most of them's been given back pretty quickly like this if they're not running on news. Like VERO, I don't think I was green on this trade. but I recovered a lot of it after so see, this is why I said I'm be a little more cautious in pre-market. When the markets start heating up, pre-market I don't do as well. But I ended up waiting for confirmed backside. I traded this on end of day fades on Discord, and look, like waiting for the confirmed backside, I got in here and wrote it down. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit more of that. That'll be where I add my size instead of pre-market, because I don't want to get caught up in something. Because VERO beat me up pretty bad. Nothing like crazy. I still was very green on the day. There was a lot of plays Friday, but I mean, I think it got me a couple grand, so I don't like playing from behind. Hope you sold your TWG. I got out of most of mine when it hit 11. I didn't say that, or maybe I should have said that. And then I had a stop at 988 for 100 that got stopped out. Let's see where TWG is. Oh, yes, I am glad I did. These stop limit orders in pre-market are so wonderful. But I only played TW. I was literally like in, I think, 300 shares. I was super small because I wasn't super confident in it. So I think I trimmed a couple hundred, close to 11, then I got stopped out of 100. Appreciate that. Appreciate that comment, Robert. Yeah, well, that's the thing is like I do take risk. You know what I mean? Like that is like short selling small caps is already risky, and I short front side in pre-market. So if I've misled you that this is not risky, I apologize. It is very risky. High risk, high reward. And I posted something about that in the Discord. It's like, hey, I'm just gonna trade like how I trade. You're gonna see me take longs. You're gonna see me jump in nanos. You're gonna see me do a lot of things. I'll tell you that it's high risk, but because like look at this one. You could have banked on this one. TWG is dying now. DH, yeah, I that's the downside to the PDT. It makes you change how you trade for sure. Appreciate it, Alexandru. Yeah, y'all know I always like the likes and subs. Hopefully, maybe I get to 1,000 subs by the end of this week. There's only what 3 days trading, so might be a stretch. But appreciate the likes. CCHH. Yeah, no, this is it's similar to the one I hit earlier before the live stream. What was it, NCLT or something? It definitely wasn't it. But the point is, they both kind of just gave it all back. And again, that's why I have a trouble avoiding. You know, a lot of these short sellers won't short Chinese, and I love Chinese because when they do break, they give so much of it back. Alexander, I don't know what I would do without you on my live streams, bro. In Discord, you're the one. Like, look at this. Look at this retest. Does it get any nicer than this? NTCL. Like, what a beauty. And I got in a little early as usual. I got in at 70, but caught a decent move on it. But yeah, this is why I like. I don't even know if this was China. Maybe it was Taiwan or something. I can't even remember, but it's not even worth looking at. Well, actually, let me just. Yeah, it was China. But yeah, TWG. I'm gonna just leave alone. Yeah, I hate to hear that though. Stubborn last week. First week of real account shorting. Yeah, last week was a tough week for real account shorting and pre-market, bro. Maybe that was more just a timing issue because I consider myself decent and I got rocked like almost every day in pre-market. Somebody messaged me over the weekend too that they had like since they joined my group, like 125% growth on their account and sent it to me. And I was like, bro, you did that in 2026 so far? Like, wait till it slows down. You will kill it because this market's been a little tough for me too. Denny, yeah, I've done that before, Denny, and it's very hard. Last time I went to Alaska, I was trying to trade on it, and I remember I was on a, luckily being mobile trader, I remember I was on a salmon fishing trip, which by the way, they pulled one on me. Salmon weren't even swimming in Alaska then, but that's besides the point. But I remember we were like basically sightseeing and I was trying to trade on mobile. And the cruise didn't have, the cruise internet's just brutal. But I haven't been on a cruise in a couple of years. John, let's go. Since I joined Discord, all green days and my best days ever. Let's go, man. You don't know how much that means. Appreciate it. Cause I'm a human too, and I even sometimes I get like imposter syndrome, and I'm like, man, I hope I'm not hope what I'm showing is somewhat replicable, or you can learn a few things here and there. But between you and that one I was just talking about, there's some people getting success. But yeah, it's been hard. It's been a hard 2026 for me. I'm gonna be honest. Like I've started almost every day red, and I've had to come back. Justin, our DNA isn't made to long stock. No, but I'm gonna take some longs though. I'm not kidding. If I see like a prediction market, low float, I'm gonna tear it up. I'm not, because I think that's the next big thing. And I am still in that from Ross a little bit. I said that before I realized Ross said it. I'm gonna put that out there. But I did watch one of his videos over the weekend and he mentioned it. I was like, okay, if Ross thinks it is, if I think it is, if we get a low float like poly market type of news, I'm gonna be looking for an entry. I get ads for them everywhere. All my friends are messing around with it. Like I think it could be the next big theme. SHPH, is it 8 o'clock yet? No. 1.4 million float.
SHPH.
All these tiny floats are pumping. If it gets to the 200, I'll play it, but probably won't get in it before then. Let me do some research behind the scenes. That's awesome, John. Appreciate you sharing that, bro. Appreciate you sharing that. Dang, AskEdgar says 920K. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one alone. Less than a million. Maybe small position if it gets to 200. Maybe. Ooh, IVF is still falling. I think, did it break past that level? Oh no, it's still, it needs to, I want to see one more little leg down and I'll feel even more confident about it. Anyways, SHPH, keep my eye on it, because the cool thing about the time of this pump is it's 1 minute from 8 o'clock. It's a Tuesday after a 3-day weekend. We're going to have a lot of 8 o'clock PRs. Attention will be stolen from SHPH, I think. So it's tempting to get an entry on this thing, but I don't like where it's at right here. But if it pushes up a little bit, I might. The risk is there with this low float. If it gets a little above 3 again, I might, but watch it fade here at 8 o'clock.
RMTI. TLG.
Anything else come out? I got me
Hola.
a little starter on it. Don't judge me, because I think here it goes. Let's see if we get a good flush on it. Any news come out?
IRCT.
We get some phase 3 news. Oh, dosing in phase 3 trial. Completion of enrollment, that's different. LTRN might push though.
SHPH. CCHH.
SPH, SHPH is flushing up a couple hundred on this one. Played it relatively small, but look at it. Money rotation for the win. I'm just letting it fall. I might trim a little now that we're in the 240s. Thanks for the heads up on SHPH. ASBP, is that the main one pushing right now? Oh, it already flushed though. Well, I might not get my true money rotation if nothing else is pumping at 8, but I'm already still pretty deep in the money, and I trimmed out of most of my share. Well, half my shares at in the 240s, but getting a little bit closer to my entry. My entry is 290, so. Uh-oh.
SHPH.
Uh-oh. No, let's see. I'll keep an eye on it. If it breaks 3, I'm just going to stop out. It'll still be a win as long as I don't let it run on me too much. Not closing it yet. I'm going to wait. Just make it. Either it keeps pushing, I'll close it. If it gets over 310, I probably will, because I want this to be a green trade. If I let it push too much, it won't be. But I want to see if it closes above. Okay, yeah, it's about to push. Well, hold on. Now it's back below 3. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see how this candle closes, unless it pushes, you know, a little above 310 again. This was kind of a blind entry, banking on money rotation, and we did get it. It got a nasty flush, but I didn't close all my position. I should have. I thought it was going to keep flushing. But since nothing else is really pumping right now, the money rotation thing didn't work. All right, I'm down $100 on this thing, a couple $100 on it now, so I gotta decide what I want to do with it now. Dang. I'm only in 500 shares still, though, FYI. I trimmed half in the 340s. Should have already stopped out on it, but I'm going to keep my eye on it. I'm going to roll the dice a little bit because it's a no news pump. What I just don't want it to happen is break a new high and push to the 200, and that is probably what's about to happen. Let's see. But again, very manageable size. 500 shares is not very much. Tempted to add and then just cut if we break a new high, because I think it's going to go back down. But I'm not going to add. So we didn't really get any 8 o'clock pumps. That's interesting. I thought some of that news looked a little decent. Okay, IVF has finally broke that 330 level. We should keep going down. That was the main level I was scared about. I thought it might bounce a little bit here, but it didn't. DRMA just got news that I would not be surprised if it pumps. Let's see. DRMA. And it is pushing a little bit here. Added my 200 or my 500 shares back on SHPH. Let's see if we get money rotation this time.
TWG.
DRMA. This is another nano float. 910. Jeez. I'm probably gonna leave this one alone, guys, unless it just, I don't know, because the news is kind of decent. Oh, it's patent. Patent news is trash. I know I like patent news. Patent news just never holds up. It's not trash, but it just like never holds up.
SDST.
SDST. Man, that was a nasty flush, wasn't it? So SHPA just kind of bouncing around behind the scenes. I'm keeping an eye on it on my phone, but I'm looking at these other tickers.
BTTC.
All right, since I added those 500 back, I'm back in the money with SHPH a decent amount, so up about a small, like almost 200 on it. If we break down, here we go. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. So I'm not going to be hard-headed this time. I'm probably going to trim out of it, most of it, pretty quick. But I am going to leave some runners because it's a no news pump. Oh, look at this. See, money rotation, I added when something else was running. And then this is when the low floats come. I mean, this is when they start working in our favor. Because just like they go up fast, they fall quick too. So I'm going to go ahead and all I have is 200 shares left on this one now. Like $500 worth of stock just to see if it just keeps falling. And again, you probably seeing me trade a little bit different, but that's how, like, you got to adjust to the market. So, you know, in December, I would have shorted this thing like a lunatic as soon as it popped. Well, maybe not as soon as it popped, but as soon as it got to a level. Now that things are somewhat heating up, I still don't think it's super hot, but it's heating up. I'm going to try to focus a little bit more on the money rotation plays instead of the new shiny ticker. And then when it starts cooling down again, I'll probably go back to the initial pops more. And I'm still going to play initial pops, but if it's a, you know, a 1 million float or a nano float, I'm going to be very cautious with entries.
TWSDST.
And IVF, I'm up 600 bucks on this one. Easiest play of the day. All I did was add 1,000 shares at, actually, I'm almost up 700 bucks on it. No, 620 right now, that's right. But we're getting some, oh no, that's, yeah. But anyways, just still holding this one. I don't really know where I'm going to trim, to be honest. Maybe I should, since we're getting close to 3, take a little off here. Definitely when it gets down to the tops of these, it could bounce maybe around 270. Is there any resistance on the 1 minute? No, it's just going, it looks like it's just a free fall from here. But I might take a little bit off right here. Oh, look at this free fall. I only trimmed 300. I'm still holding 700. If we break 3 and we're breaking it right now, we could, I think we will just drop to about the 270s. Let's go. This was a nice trade. I love these stress-free trades. You just let them fall in the background. Look at it. It's tanking. Trimmed a little bit more here in the 290s, low 290s. And honestly, I probably should have just let it keep falling, but in this market, again, y'all saw what I posted in Discord. We're seeing a lot more of that like zombie where they just come back out of nowhere. So I just don't want this one to do that. SPH is pushing again. Yeah, I only have 200 shares in it though. But I might. Nah, I'm not gonna add back to it just because there's nothing to steal attention from it right now. So if it breaks a new high, it is what it is. I'm gonna
SHPH.
Okay, but I will add at the 200 though.
STST.
Actually, I might add right here. Let me see. I'm gonna watch price action for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. If it gets to close to $4, I might add some more. But again, this was supposed to be more of a money rotation play. If it starts pushing hard, I might get in around the 200 right before 4. And again, I am still holding those 200 shares, but like I'm down like not even like barely $50 on them. Nothing crazy. But I am entering. If it pushes just a little bit more, I'm going to look for an entry. But I'm going to stay small. I'm not going to enter the full 1,000 this time just because it's a very low float. So I'm in now, 500 shares, being cautious with it. This one's dangerous, FYI, dangerous. I'm playing front side on a nano. I'm going to be quick to trim some too.
SHPH. TWG.
So I already trimmed some at 378 because that's basically, well, let's see. I might trim more. I'm a little nervous with this one, to be honest. I think it could fail, but I want something else to start moving. So I'm back to only 500 shares because I was holding those 200. But I do like that it's acknowledging this level. Could it still break it? Absolutely. But the ones I don't like is whenever it just blows past the 200. Those are the ones just like, okay, I need to get out. Because this is not even acknowledging levels. And this one isn't behaving that way. I want it to drop just a little bit more. I'm not going to hold this one for a big drop because see, it's made a new high. That's it. This is its like second leg up. So that makes me a little cautious with it. I like when the initial pump hits the 2. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to trim some in the 360s. Let's go. Not making that much on it, but that's okay. I just want to. I just don't want this one to rip my face off. And I'm out. I didn't make that much on it, but I'm being a little cautious with this one. Oh, actually, never mind. I'm still in 200 shares. Again, sorry. I'm not trying to lie. The mobile is hard to get clarity sometimes. So I'm in 200 shares. You know what I might do? I might just set a stop.
GNLN.
407 is my stop. I'm just going to see if it falls in the background.
TWG.
My trade ideas is losing its mind.
Icon.
No, yeah, the trading. I got to fix some things on TZ1 because. So I'm doing mostly mobile right now. When we get off live stream, I'm gonna probably play around with it some. Anyways, I set my stop. I'm just going to ignore this one. I'm only in 200 shares. I want to see if they just fall in the background. Oh, we're in the 350s now. If it gets back to VWAP, I probably will close it though. Again, being a little skittish with this one. I might just trim here at 350, just be done with this play, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. It could keep dropping. Now we're in the 340s. Yeah, I'm just going to... Now we're heading to VWAP, so I might just wait, see if we get back to VWAP. Now I'm just going to get out here. I'm cool with it. All right, 340s, I'm out. Yeah, so what else is going on? Trey, I just bugging out so bad. Yeah, it is bugging out today. I'm just like, if a new play even comes up, I'm not even going to realize it because I'm like tuning it out right now. But it does that around 8 o'clock, but this one kind of drug out a little bit. Today, the market's been good to me. Let's go. Happy to hear that. Dodged a huge nuke on TWG. Good, 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 good. I pay Alexandru to say these things. No, I appreciate it, Alexandru. But yeah, it's definitely discretionary trading. That's why I live stream so much, especially in the Discord. It's more just like watch me trade. Hopefully you learn how to trade because I'm not very systematic or systematic at all. So it is hard to teach. So I think just tuning into live streams is probably the best approach. And Alexander, my wife and I, we were talking about we're gonna potentially take a trip to see her dad at some point in 2026, and he lives in Romania, so might hit you up when we in that neck of the woods. I know you're not super close, but I don't know anything about Romania. I've never been, and we're gonna go other places too while we're there, but we're gonna make a trip this year. I kind of have the mic a little far away from me in my new setup, so let me know if y'all can't hear me very good. I moved it a little bit closer. IVF is pushing back up. I'm only in, let's see, how many am I in? I'm only in 400 at this point. I'm wondering if I should add back here at the 9 because this is a pretty strong level. And it's coming up on the 9. I might wait because we're getting, yeah, I might wait. SHPH, what a beautiful flush, guys. I bailed a little early because, again, nano float, but this thing could come right back to 180. It's kind of holding a little bit of a trend. Let's see what the 1 minute. I bet it does look, yeah, a little bit of a trend here, but these no news reverse splits, they can push, don't get me wrong, but they usually give back a decent amount. These 200s have been holding up pretty good lately. Appreciate it. Cool. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, it's actually been a great morning. $1,500 on the morning. Haven't traded very heavy. That's just realized. I'm still holding some IVF. So one of my better pre-markets in 2026. Sadly, it's been a roller coaster for me. I go into every regular session in the red. It felt like, maybe not everyone, but a lot of them. BTTC, not even sure why. I'm kind of just in my own little world here. Not sure why I have that one up, but it is curling up a little bit. SHPH, looks like it might want to bounce here. It's going to fail at some point. I don't know if it's here, I don't know if it's later, but it'll fail. Anyone know why I can't close my position on hotkeys in pre-market? Where are you on TZ1? What platform are you on? Have you shorted any of these runners on day 2 rather than day 1? Yes, but it's not really my go-to strategy. I usually short day 1 runners because most of the time they make the biggest moves. So I like the volatility, but day 2 shorting, yeah, there's something to it. I just don't do it much. Speaking of day 2 shorting, what is VERO doing? I bet it's giving back. Yeah, look at this. So when I do short day 2, I usually wait for a push, you know what I mean? Like, so then I'll try to get in my entry and then let it keep falling, because day 2 you usually get a little push, then it dies. And day 3 is usually whenever it'll really try to retest those levels, I've noticed. But again, it's not my main thing I look for. BTTC curling back up. What was the news on this one? BTTC. 2.4 million float, 22 million market cap. Black Titan secures 200 million from a US-based institutional investor. That's actually decent. Not like the best news, but it's decent. So I probably won't play the VWAP test here. Shorting day 2 seems so much easier, but a lot less fun. Probably right. ZeroPro, it just says rejected. I'm reading these out of order. So what are your thoughts on IBRX? It has had like 8 green days in a row. Dang, this thing has been pushing, hasn't it? When it cracks, though, man, it could crack. Is it like running on fundamentals, or? I'll do some research on it, but yeah, this is a crazy little run. I don't have volume on my chart, so I don't know what the volume's looking like. Because again, I don't trade with volume, but for moves like this, like I will peek at volume a little bit. I want to see it, you know, unwinding or getting, you know, lower and lower. But Yeah, it's kind of just been bouncing off the 200 on the 5 minute. Look. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not gonna mess with it. I wonder if this will be a good first red day setup at some point. TWG. We got some stars aligning. Oh yeah, the 200 and VWAP. Yep. Y'all know I like stacking resistance, but I might pass on this one. Maybe at 8:30. So this is how I play it. It pushes back to this level right before 8:30, and I pray that there's something that just continues to keep stealing attention from it. But yeah, no, it's stuck here too. It's been stuck here for a second, so it's probably gonna give back at some point. I just don't want to chase. Having a $1,500 morning, which is not bad for pre-market for me because I trade a little smaller pre-market. So I don't want to do anything stupid. But I'm excited about today. Like I said, I'm usually going in red. Maybe I'll have a good day today. Probably will skip market open because I've been getting rocked at market open too. So probably come back around 11, 12, catch me some unwinds. And yesterday was a holiday, so my job's gonna be busy today. We get Monday off for MLK, but Tuesday's just twice as busy. All the Monday calls get moved to Tuesday, so yeah, I don't know, ZXCC. You might have to read it. You got Pro. Don't they have the live chat? I would reach out to them. They're usually pretty quick to respond, but without being there, I don't really know. I don't know. Yeah, TWG might crack here in a second. I just don't want to chase, but that was a good level. Who called that out? Oh, I see. Let me see. Is it? Oh, Samir. I don't know how to say your name, bro, but you have a lot of good call outs and insight, so appreciate you, bro. Are you also streaming on market hours? Usually it's just Friday during market hours in the Discord, and then I'll do a couple after hour sessions throughout the week. Lately I haven't been doing as many, but this week I'm gonna try to get a couple in. You got the name right. Let's go. IVF still look like it might make its next leg down. And I'm still just holding some runners. I already caught a decent little flush on this one, but I'll probably set a stop order on these and just see if they keep falling, or I might close it. We'll see. But 8:30 is 1 minute away. Let's see if we get some more PRs. I got a specific stock Titan filter for keywords like polymarket prediction, whatever. Just a specific one for it for whenever there is the next prediction market news. I want to be aware. So, oh, there's a bunch of PRs that just came through, or a decent amount. I'm seeing like 11, 12. SHPS retest. Oh, the one earlier. Man, I'm gonna end up messing around with this ticker till it gets me. But it is a good time for it, 8:30s. But I don't see anything else really moving that well. I might wait. If it gets to 200 though, I might try it. But I'm gonna not get in early on this one. Yeah, I'll try it if it gets to the 200. Thanks for the heads up, T-Mac. Mr. 100%. Bro, that's wild. You passed that eval 100%. That's impressive. My win rate has been trash this month. 70%. I think that's the lowest I've ever seen it, to be honest. But I'm cutting a lot quicker and not averaging up. So I'm intentionally taking more losses since things are heating up. But still, it's a little low. But anyways, I want to see it push a little bit higher. That might be the fail. But again, I want to see it get a little closer to $4 in case this thing rips. Nice. That TWG cracked. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to, there was so many opportunities to get in this, but I wasn't paying attention to it. Yeah. Good good call and good play, Denny. It's funny because the Discord is basically like the live streams with like most of the best plays actually come from the community. Like sometimes I'm at work and like if I have like a free minute, I'll look and see what everybody's calling out, go make a play. So appreciate all y'all's insight. So RGNT, that seems like some pretty strong biotech news. Let's see if it's makes a move. RGNT demonstrates breakthrough in regenerative native-like cartridge structure in knee repair on MRI results confirmed using a validated regulatory accepted method. Maybe not. Yeah, it's not moving. And after I read through it, it didn't sound that impressive. Oh, SPH is back to $4. I'm not playing it yet. Probably should have though. It looks like it's gonna fit. I'm gonna take a little. I'm thinking about it, guys. If it gets back to 4, I'm kind of watching it, but I took a little small stab here, just a couple hundred shares. I'm gonna add a couple more hundred at $3.99 here. Okay, I'm in small, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on it pretty close. Got my finger on the cover. if if the float was smaller, I would love this play. But I mean, I'm sorry, if the float was bigger, I would love this play. But since it's nano, it just makes me a little nervous. But got a pretty good entry on it, so let's see what it does. Basically $4, $3.99. Got a $3.99 fill and a $3.93 fill, so very close to $4. I'll take it. Let's see what it does here. Again, low confidence, nano float. That's why I'm trading it small. Boom, I don't like that candle. So I want to see if it fails here. If not, I'm going to get out pretty quick.
RGNT.
Oh, now RGNT? I was early to it, I guess. So since RGNT is pumping a little bit now, I'm going to wait and not cover this. I just want to make it prove that it's about to run, and then I'll get out. I'm only in 500 shares, so I can let it play a little bit more. But RGNT, is it pushing that? Oh, it already fell. So that's not going to steal attention away. Ooh, I got to get out of this. Trying to mess up my morning. And it's after 8:30, breaking new highs. Remember, I get in the most trouble when I don't follow the things I talk about. So I'm out of it. This thing could keep pushing at this point. Dang. First loss of the day. It wasn't too big, but hurt the P&L a little bit. Less than $200, so it's not the end of the world, but more frustrated. I went ahead and played it. Still in it though. Oh no, I'm out of it. Never mind. I'm out of it. For a second, it looked like I still had 200, but I'm out of it. Now look, it's coming right back down as soon as I stop out of this thing. Jesus. Oh, good. Look at this flush. Man. Might have been back in the money. But I'm staying away from this one at this point. It broke above the 200, broke a new high. I'm a risky trader, bad influence. Oh, you're good, bro. I'm still 1,300 up on the morning. I'm pretty content. We're just hanging out, to be honest. I usually stop trading at this point. But to answer your question, can you talk about that real more? No trades on ticker breaking new highs after 8:30. Yeah. So statistically, TradeZella is what I use to pull these reports. But this month has been an outlier month. I've just basically been red all pre-market. I've been struggling pre-market, but having a green month, but I've been having to recover from in regular hours. But the 8:30 rule. So after 8:30, historically, over the past few years, my win rate goes substantially down. 8:30 to 9:30, or 8:30 to 9:29 when I take entries. And a lot of months it's red during those times, and it will be for today as well. But if a stock is breaking new highs like this, so if it basically recovers, breaks a new high, statistically, I lose on these a lot. So if I see a stock like still breaking new highs, statistically, it usually just keeps running till market open, and I get myself in trouble. So I'll still play some of the initial pops, but if you see a recovery like this and it keeps pushing, the stats just say I don't do as well. So I try not to take many trades after 8:30, if any, and if I do, I try not to take it on stocks that's breaking new highs like this, because they tend to keep pushing. Because you get less PRs to come out to distract it at this point. 9 o'clock has some PRs, but not many. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. And potentially, maybe this is a long strategy then. Yeah, potentially. Somebody told me once that Ross likes his plays after 8:30 or 9 or something. I don't know if that's true. So that kind of aligns there too. Anyways, overall pretty good day. I'm probably gonna wrap up here in a little bit, but I'm gonna hang out a tad bit longer. But appreciate everyone, all the plays and tickers. Appreciate the likes and subs. And I gotta dial in my so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna hop off here because there, like I said, statistically I don't do as well during this time, so I'm gonna try not to force anything right now. Um, but and I'm gonna play around with my my desktop outside of the live stream. So anyways, guys, I will wrap up right now, and I will see y'all tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Appreciate it.